Alright, let's see if I can do this in one take with minimal editing as quickly as possible. I'm using my headphones this time because I didn't like the way the audio... I don't like the way the audio has been working whenever I try to put the phone up against my computer. It sounds weird. I hope this sounds better. Anyway, I know my face looks a little made up. I had an interview today. No, this ain't a regular occurrence. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a bra on today. Last night was some bullshit. That's all I can say. Last night was some bullshit. Shout out to production. I don't know if I'm production's favorite. I don't even know if I'm the viewer's favorite. But shout out to production for looking out. I would have gladly taken the vote out, especially given the amount of stress that this game is adding to my life. I would have been voted out fair and square. I feel like a lot of the game, and I'm also working too, so y'all gonna have to deal with me working and doing this. I feel like much of the game, and Brandon said this in one of his interview questions for one of our live nights, trying to find out what information is being said about you and then discuss that information about you with people. And that sucks because then you're not actually doing any gameplay. Last night I went off and it was very insightful. It was very enlightening because, you know, things were blown up and sides of the house had to be determined. Brandon said it very well that there are people who are playing the middle and those people have come to light. I think me being on the block last night and then Tyler being removed from the game because of his strikes and his, you know, inability to continue to perform with the rest of us. I think I'm in a position now where I know more information than I did before last round started. And I made some notes. Took some notes today from my little conversations. I know for a fact that I can confirm that Garrett, Billy, and Tasha all voted for me. I'm not 100% on what Papa did. I think he might have voted as well. He said he was going to be upset if I was gone. So maybe he voted thinking that there weren't enough votes to get me out, but who knows? Romeo says he didn't vote for me, but I know for a fact that Romeo has been in an alliance with Hannah and Tasha. So I know that having Hannah and me on the block would be a conflict of interest for him since he's also supposedly in an alliance with me, myself, Benny, Sharonica, and Sean. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a tie last night. Whoever voted for Tyler to stay, I automatically felt like was a vote for me to go. Because that means that you took an opportunity to take out myself or Sean, which has been like a huge conversation in this game. And I think the biggest challenge that I have was, I didn't say this in my interview, or maybe I did mention it in my interview. Sean playing in this game is definitely a wrench. I know I mentioned this in my pregame confessional. It is a wrench because Sean is out talking and doing so much and I have no game because of it. So it would be a hella benefit to either one of us for one of us not to be in this game anymore. Because people don't want to work with either one of us or talk to either one of us because of the fact that they think that we're automatically a final two. Because Sean is really close with Benny and Romeo thinks that he's really close with Sean. I don't have anybody like that in this game. So I would say that it's fair to believe that I don't have a final two. Garrett thinks that he might be able to pull off a final two with me, him, and Hannah, but Hannah doesn't want to talk to either me or Sean because of the fact that we're married. Which kind of reminds me of the Kennedy thing, but only in a different way, because it's like now we're being ostracized because of this. Like, you don't even want to try and come up with a strategy of gameplay with us because we're married. Okay, so you excommunicate 2 people out of 9, so now you have to try and work with 7 people. I know for a fact that Romeo is in close with Hannah and Tasha. Hannah and Tasha are both on the block to go home. in this CPU, I mean, in this corruptor round, I mean, Papa might win. Papa's really good at competitions, especially if he thinks that he's at risk. This would be a great opportunity to get rid of Papa. I tried to create an alliance chat. Well, I created an alliance chat, but it wasn't necessarily with the intention of on building a huge alliance with the ladies. But after seeing how last night went, where it was Hannah and I on the block, then it was Hannah and Tasha on the block, I don't see any one of us actually trying to save each other. Romeo needs numbers right now, so he will easily forsake anyone he thought he was working with, because Benny won the CPU. Benny is in power. And then if he is on the side that includes Benny, Sharonica, Sean, and myself, that's 5 people in a 9-person game. That is the majority. So of course he's going to come over to our side now, but he's not going to publicly admit that he's on our side because he doesn't know how much power we will have or how long we'll have it. I made the jury. That's all I wanted to do. And I did go off on the Zoom last night and pretty much said F everybody else. That's not like me. I don't get on Zooms and go off and tell everybody F everybody else. You know, that was one of the reasons why I was afraid to apply for I Love Money, but I guess I can go now. I can only play while I'm pregnant and hormonal though, because once I get back to my normal self, I'm quite passive. I am not aggressive at all. Yeah, I got a wealth of knowledge today. I saw where the lines were clearly drawn, and I got information from Garrett that I didn't think that I would get, even with him voting me out. I know now, I guess, who I can't trust, and that number is a lot bigger than I thought it was. And also I'm faced with a rough decision. Do I try and get Sean out, or do I work even harder to keep Sean in? I'm really good at playing oblivious and playing dumb, so, and I can do some finagling with numbers. I'm not going to be able to play with people's feelings and friendship like I usually can, because Sean has absolved all of that. He's absorbed everybody's friendship, so I guess all I can do is manipulate the numbers. I'm really good at creating string theories. I'm really good at like creating scenarios in my mind. Maybe it's time to play chess this time. Usually I play a very social game. Maybe this time I can switch to strategical. Be a little more left brain. I don't need to make anybody cry. I did that in Perception. Nobody needs to cry. Maybe my game changes here. That's all I got today. I'm safe this level, so we'll see what happens in the next level. Bye-bye.